I'm Stacy Robertson, founder and chief executive officer of Tea Market, here with today's Thirsty Thursdays tutorial. One of the things that I get asked all the time, and since it's August, I thought this would be a good thing to show you, is how to make iced tea using whole leaf loose tea freshly brewed. And the two ways that people ask me how to make it most are by the glass and by the pitcher. So I'm going to do both for you today. This is called a timolino. This is wonderful for brewing iced tea by the glass. And this is a great big tea ball for making iced tea by the pitcher. When you're using whole leaf loose tea to make iced tea, we're going to steep a concentrate. And to do that, you still use the same amount of tea. So I'm going to do 4 teaspoons of tea for this pitcher and 2 teaspoons of tea measuring spoon, not teaspoon that you bake with. This is a tea measuring spoon, and 2 of those per glass. All right, so now what I'm using today is our raspberry beret. It's one of our summer seasonal teas. And then this, we put the tea inside, and then you just put it together, and it's so cool. Isn't this neat? It hangs like this, and then it has this awesome, so that doesn't drop inside. And now what I have is, this is green tea. And so for green tea, we don't pour boiling water on green tea. That will make it bitter. So we're going to use 160-degree water, which is what I have here, that we've brought to the proper temperature in my Bonavita electric tea kettle. These pour beautifully, as you can see. And so what we're going to do, we're going to use half the amount of water that we normally would to make tea, because again, we are steeping a concentrate. And we're going to steep this for 3 minutes. And in the timolino here, if we were making a cup of hot tea, we would fill this up. But for iced tea, we're just doing it halfway. And raspberry beret is a really beautiful tea. It is green tea with raspberry and hibiscus, wonderful flavor for summer. And then speaking of summer teas, we have our summer seasonal teas, and this is a tea sampler. We have all kinds of samplers at Tea Market, and you can get one of these and get started making your teas right away at www.teamarket.com. And our summer seasonal teas are raspberry beret, double mint, sangria. Sangria is a beautiful all herbal infusion, creamsicle, and our Tea Market iced tea blend. All right. Well, we are going to go ahead and pretend like our total 3 minutes has elapsed and go ahead and show you what we do next. So now, if our 3 minutes was gone, see how our tea has already steeped in this. Here is our glass filled with ice, and that just sets right on top, and the tea drains away from the tea leaves. The mechanism that causes that to happen is in the bottom. We get all of our tea out. The nice thing about this is the tea leaves will set right up on here, so they're ready for the second infusion, which is a fancy word for simply pour more water over and steep this same tea again. All right, so now that hot tea has melted our ice, so we go ahead and stir it, and then just simply add more ice. Whoops, that one got away from me. All right, and there is your delicious glass of iced tea from freshly brewed tea, and it's the right temperature and the right concentration because we brewed a concentrate. Now for the pitcher, you would simply remove this. Could have gotten myself a place to put this. You need something to set this on because it's dripping. All right, and then set that aside. And then we're simply going to ice, again, to our concentrate that we did. And more water. Then we just give this one a stir. Now, we have a freshly brewed pitcher of tea that's ready for the day. It's important to brew a concentrate because if you just brew the total amount of tea, pour it over ice, you're going to get something that doesn't have enough flavor. It's going to be watered down. When we brew a concentrate, now we have really wonderful, flavorful tea. all done in 3 minutes. So we'll see you next Thursday. Come by and see us for some wonderful ways to make iced tea and all of the lovely teas that you need to make them.